Effacé. Facing effacé, the back leg is raised to attitude derrière, the upper body bending slightly back. The same arm as raised leg is in fifth en haut, with the other arm in second. The head turns and inclines toward the raised arm. French. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised to attitude. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The body tilts slightly toward the supporting leg, with the head turned front. Ouverte. Facing ouverte, the back leg is raised in attitude. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The body is slightly tilted to the supporting leg, with the head slightly raised and turned towards the front. De face. Facing front, one leg is raised attitude derrière. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The head is turned towards the raised arm. Russian. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised to attitude, the body inclines slightly to the supporting leg. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The head is turned towards the lower arm. Effacé. Facing effacé, the back leg is raised to attitude, with the body inclined slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other in second. The head is turned, looking under the raised arm. Croisé devant. Facing croisé, the front leg is raised to attitude. The opposite arm to raised leg is above the head, with the other in second. The head is turned towards the lower arm.
Arabesque.
Arabesque is a position in which the body is supported on one leg and the other leg is fully extended behind at any desired height. Arabesque penché. Starting from an arabesque at hip height, the whole position is tilted forward, maintaining the relationship of the body and leg. Arabesque allongé. From an arabesque at hip height, the back leg is raised and the body lowered so that the line of the body and leg forms a slight curve. Arabesque allongé à terre. The supporting leg is in demi-plié with the other leg extended behind the body and the whole foot on the ground. Arabesque piqué à terre. The supporting leg is in demi-plié with the other leg extended behind the body and pointed on the ground. Cicchetti. First arabesque. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front in a line opposite the space between the eyes. The other arm is extended to the back with the shoulders square so that both arms are in a line. Second arabesque. The same arm as raised leg is placed front in a line opposite the space between the eyes with the other arm extended to the back so that both arms are in a line. The head is turned and inclined over the front arm. Third arabesque. Both arms are extended in front of the body, shoulder width apart. The front arm is at shoulder level with the back arm raised at eye level. Fourth arabesque is second arabesque in demi-plie, facing croisé. Fifth arabesque is third arabesque executed in demi-plie, also facing croisé. French. Arabesque ouverte. Facing ouverte, the back leg is raised, tilting the body slightly forward. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The shoulders are opened slightly to the front with the head looking over the front arm. Arabesque croisée. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised, tilting the body slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The shoulders are opened slightly with the head looking over the front arm. Russian. First arabesque. Facing the side, the downstage leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as supporting leg is placed in front opposite the shoulder with the other arm extended behind without allowing the shoulders to turn. Second arabesque. Facing the side, the downstage leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is directly in front of the shoulder with the other arm extended behind. The head is turned over the front arm toward the audience. Third arabesque. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is placed front, opposite the shoulder, with the other arm extended to the side. Fourth arabesque. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised in arabesque with the upper body erect. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The upper body is turned away from the audience with the head turned and inclined over the front arm. 7 movements of dance. Ballet is comprised of 7 basic types of movement. Plier, to bend. Étendre, to stretch. Relever, to rise. Glisser, to glide. Sauter, to jump. Tourner, to turn. And élancer, to dart. Bar work consists of a series of exercises with one or both hands lightly resting on the bar. These exercises are designed to build progressively, warming up the muscles in preparation for the center. In addition, bar work is designed to develop flexibility of the muscles and joints, continuity of movement, quick, precise footwork, as well as generally strengthening the muscles of the legs and feet. Complementary movements such as battement may be combined in the construction of one exercise, which may be repeated with a demi-plie or on demi-point. Arms and head are used in coordination with the movement. A balance may be incorporated during or at the end of an exercise to ensure that the dancer is on balance and not placing too much weight on the bar.
plié,
To perform demi-plie, the knees are bent as much as possible without raising the heels and stretched in a smooth continuous movement. Throughout, the knees are kept well turned out over the toes. A grand plie is a natural extension of a demi-plie. In first, third, fourth crossed, and fifth positions, the dancer passes through demi-plie before allowing the heels to rise and achieve the full depth of the grand plie. The heels are then lowered, passing through demi-plie as the legs are stretched. In second and fourth open, the full depth of the grand plie is achieved without raising the heels.
battement tendu simple,
From a closed position, the working foot extends along the floor, allowing the heel to rise until the foot is fully stretched in point tendu, toes resting on the floor. To close, the heel lowers and the foot slides into position. During the battement tendu, the weight is transferred onto the supporting leg as the foot is extended. On closing, the weight is supported equally between both legs.
battement tendu relevé, double battement tendu.
From a closed position, the working leg is extended as in battement tendu. Transferring the weight as little as possible, the heel is lowered through the foot, lengthening the leg from the hip joint and pointed again before closing. Alternatively, the heel can be lowered with a forceful movement, closing the working foot as much as necessary so that no weight is transferred without lowering the working hip.
Battement dégagé, battement glissé, battement tendu jeté.
From a closed position, the working foot brushes along the floor until extended just off the ground. The foot returns strongly along the floor in closing the movement each time.
Piqué, pointé.
From an open position in the air, the toe of the working foot strikes the floor and rebounds. This movement can be executed as many times as desired. Piqué is not performed alone, but may be combined with a variety of exercises such as battement frappé, rond de jambe, and grand battement.
Petit retiré.
From fifth position, the working foot is raised to the supporting ankle and closed, seen here alternating back and front. Although not shown, petit retiré may also be performed continuously in first.
Flic-flac. Fouetter à terre.
Starting dégagé second, the working foot brushes coup de pied back, opens slightly side, and brushes coup de pied front. A half turn en dehors may be made with each movement of the working foot to coup de pied. En dedans, the working foot brushes coup de pied front and back. Here, a half turn is made with each movement of the working foot to coup de pied. Another way of turning is to remain facing front on the first movement to coup de pied and executing a complete turn on the second movement.
Rond de jambe à terre. Rond de jambe par terre.
En dehors. The working foot describes a half circle away from the supporting leg in a smooth, continuous movement. En dedans, the movement is reversed, describing the half circle along the floor towards the supporting leg. In demi-rond de jambe à terre, the working leg executes a quarter circle en dehors or en dedans.
Grand rond de jambe à terre.
This step consists of a rond de jambe à terre executed with a supporting leg in demi-plie. En dehors, the half circle is described from front to back. En dedans, from back to front. In demi-grand rond de jambe à terre, the working leg executes a quarter circle en dehors or en dedans with a supporting leg in demi-plie.
Rond de jambe jeté.
En dehors. This movement starts tendu derrière. From here, the working leg brushes forward through first position into a small attitude. The leg stretches as it is thrown to its full height in second and is then lowered tendu derrière. En dedans, the movement is reversed, brushing the leg to a small attitude derrière, to its full height in second, then lowering tendu devant.
Battement fondu.
As the supporting leg bends, the working foot is placed coup de pied. Both legs stretch simultaneously, extending the working leg to an open position. Here it is seen à terre. Battement fondu may also be executed en l'air at 45 degrees. Here it is taken at 90 degrees, rising to demi-point as both legs stretch. In double battement fondu, a second demi-plie is done in coup de pied before stretching the legs simultaneously to the open position.
Battement soutenu.
As the working leg is extended point tendu, the supporting leg performs a demi-plie. The supporting leg is then stretched while the extended leg is assembled simultaneously in fifth. The working leg may also be taken en l'air at 45 or 90 degrees, and the legs may be assembled in fifth on demi-point. A turn en dehors may be executed towards the back leg as the legs are assembled in fifth on demi-point. En dedans, the turn is performed towards the front leg. Battement soutenu is also performed with a petit ou grand développé, finishing point tendu and demi-plie. The legs are then assembled in fifth position as before. When performed in this manner, it may also be termed ballotté.
Détourné.
Starting with a relevé in fifth, a turn is made towards the back foot, allowing the feet to change before lowering. When done with a half turn, it is termed demi-détourné. A full détourné is executed with a complete turn in the direction of the back foot.
Battement frappé.
Starting coup de pied flexed parallel to the floor, the ball of the foot strikes the ground, finishing extended just off the floor. The foot then returns directly to the flexed position. Or the foot can be placed in the wrapped position, coup de pied, the toes lightly brushing the floor on the extension. Although not seen here, the foot may also be extended directly from the wrapped position to point tendu. Here we see the foot extended directly from the flexed position to point tendu. Doubles may be performed by changing the working foot coup de pied back in front with a small opening to the side, or vice versa, before extending. Here the entire foot is pointed in front or behind the supporting ankle before the extension, and repeated with doubles on a rise.
Rond de jambe en l'air.
Starting in second, the working foot traces an elongated D with a semicircular movement taking place in front of the working leg. En dehors, the circular movement occurs as the leg extends to second. En dedans, it occurs as the foot is brought into the supporting leg. A double circle en dehors or en dedans may be executed before extending the leg to second as before. In another way of performing rond de jambe en l'air, the working foot traces as much of a circle behind the supporting leg as in front. Rond de jambe en l'air may be executed at both 45 and 90 degrees.